manager.
At the time of his death, Gaye's estate is valued at $872,420, and it owes millions to more than 20 creditors, including his two ex-wives, to whom he owes more than $300,000 apiece, and Harvey Fuqua, the producer of his final tour, who he's indebted to for more than $600,000. But Gaye's biggest debt is to Uncle Sam for unpaid taxes to the tune of $4.6 million. And Gaye doesn't have a will, so the state of California takes over the mess of sorting out Gaye's finances, appointing two co-administrators to the estate, Joseph C. Carroll, an experienced bankruptcy attorney, administrator, and trustee, and Gaye's 17-year-old son, Marvin III.
Because Marvin Gaye died without a will, it was up to the probate court to decide who is going to be the person or people to administer his estate. Now, normally this would be done by a family member, but in this case, given the huge amount of debt left facing the estate because of Marvin Gaye's financial troubles, his troubles with the IRS, and his multiple divorces, they really had no choice here. So the probate court appointed an independent administrator who is a bankruptcy expert to help steer the estate through these troubled waters.
Marvin III is a teenager coping with the death of a parent and facing the huge challenge of figuring out his father's estate when he receives a third piece of bad news. He's not actually Marvin Gaye's son.
Just before Marvin III's birth, Anna publicly faked a pregnancy. At 44, she couldn't conceive. So when her 17-year-old niece, Denise, had a baby in 1966, Denise turned that baby over to Anna to raise as her own. What a shock to find all this out as a teenager after your father is already dead.
This news must have been absolutely devastating and disorienting for Marvin III. He may have also felt really betrayed, lied to by his parents. The people he trusted weren't giving him the whole story.
Though Gaye's estate is deeply in the red, lawyer Joseph Carroll knows it won't be that way for long. He gets to work making arrangements to royalties from future record sales. He's also instructed to pay Gaye's younger children an allowance of $1,385 each per month. And Marvin III, $6,915 for his assistance settling the estate. Gaye's siblings and parents, however, don't see a cent.
Technically, Marvin Gaye's mother and siblings are not entitled to any money from his estate. Why? He didn't do a will. And when someone passes away without a will, the laws of the state that they live in determines who receives their money and how. And in this case, there was no money that was going to go to his mother or his siblings.
After the distribution of cash, all that's left to sort are the rights to Gaye's life story. The California court decides they should be auctioned off to the highest bidder. On August 29, 1984, Marvin Gaye's life story goes to auction. Motown Records has the winning bid of $46,000 with an 18-month option. If and when they make a film, they'll have to pay the flailing estate a further $50,000 and 2.5% of the profits. Gaye's civil cases might be settled, but at a courtroom across town, another case is just getting started.
And now, there's still the tragic issue of Gaye's murder to figure out. Gaye's father, Marvin Sr., he's been waiting months for his day in court. Yet, when he finally gets there, the guy who beat his son brutally, who resented his son's relationship with his own mother, his wife Alberta, and the guy who couldn't stand all the applause and adulation his son got for his singing, the man took the coward's way out. He didn't admit to committing murder. He pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter.
They did allow his dad to plead down to manslaughter because this was an individual who was advancing in age. He was 69 years old when he shot his son. In addition to that, he was diagnosed with a benign brain tumor. And on top of all that, there were allegations that Marvin Gaye was coming towards him, and Marvin Gaye was on PCP and other drugs at that point in time.
On November 2nd, 1984, Judge Gordon Ringer gives Gaye Sr. a 6-year suspended sentence with 5 years probation. Gaye Sr. is also banned from owning a gun or drinking alcohol.
Some people think that a 6-year suspended sentence for robbing the world of Marvin Gaye is woefully unfair to the world and to Marvin Gaye's memory. But really, I don't think that's the case, because this was almost more of a suicide than a murder. Marvin Gaye gave his father the gun. His father had repeatedly said that if Marvin Gaye laid a hand on him, that he was going to kill him. And Marvin Gaye allegedly provoked his dad, beating him up, causing him to retaliate by firing the gun. Marvin Gaye also reportedly said that he wanted it to happen because he was unable to commit suicide in other ways. So viewed in that light, a 6-year suspended sentence sounds pretty fair.